This is Kristine on 1066 The Blast, and I'm here with Blake of SAUL. How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you for having me. Happy to be on the air with you.
Absolutely. Very excited to have you as well. You guys are really putting down some ground here lately on tour, and also you've got the single Brother, which is really picking up a lot of airplay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see how well people are reacting to that song. It's awesome.
So talk to me a little bit more about that song. I mean, definitely a theme that many people can relate to. And
hmm
give me a little bit
Yeah,
more background on that.
yeah. In 2009, myself and the guitar player are brothers, and in 2009 we actually lost our older brother due to H1N1 when that virus was coming through, and it was a big deal, not just for the family, losing him. I mean, he was only 27, and losing him, but it was the first case in Iowa too of this happening, and so while we were going through our stuff, I mean, we were doing interviews, it was on CNN and all that stuff, and they were talking about it. And then just recently, within the last year, we got Joe Nichols on drums, and in 2011, he lost his brother in Afghanistan from an IED. So this song is really one that hit home with Saul, and and a lot of people having very similar stories to what we have.
It definitely does. When I first heard it, I was definitely impressed with the amount of raw emotion and just energy behind that particular song. Definitely one to remember.
Yeah, and when we were writing it too, we were like, we can go slower, make it more of a ballad, but we decided to go heavy with it and keeping the energy up, more of an aggression, like mad about the situation than like a sappy song, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right, and I think that definitely makes sense for a lot of people. And if you've lost someone, it's certainly some of the emotions that you go through.
Yes, absolutely.
So now, talk to me about the EP. I know you guys have recently released that, and talk to me about some of the other songs that are on there.
Okay. Yeah, the EP Eons. We got the title just based on we took some time off. Our drummer at the time decided to step down and start his family stuff and do that route. So Zach and I took some time off, and at the time we were only a three piece. I did bass vocals, he did guitar backup vocals, and then our drummer. And we decided to bring in William McElravy from Lincoln, Nebraska. He came up and started playing bass, and then Joe Nichols. Crazy situation with Joe, how we got him. We were on the hunt for a drummer, and he'd messaged us like a few months ago, and we kind of, I don't know why, but we kind of disregarded it, and we had some guys in the works that had been coming up from Omaha, and we had a couple guys from Michigan area, Minnesota, Minneapolis area, and we kind of disregarded him, and then we get a hold of him finally, like 2-3 months later, and he had just put his stuff on eBay. So it's crazy how that worked out. And now he's drumming for us, and it's a good fit, and he's a perfect team member.
Awesome. Definitely sounds like a great dynamic. So how did you guys originally form as a band?
Well, Zach and I being brothers, it was pretty easy. He started playing guitar at a young age, and I was more into sports and stuff like that. But later on, he's like, "Hey, my bass player is terrible. Do you want to play?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can learn how to play four strings pretty well." And then from there, it was just I just obsessed about it and wanted to become really good at it, and that's how it went down. And we auditioned singers, and I was like, I think I could do it. And yeah, I just went from there.
And now how long have you guys been actually like playing and performing?
Well, Zach and I have been playing together. I mean, we started as cover bands in high school and stuff like that, and we released Embrace the Rain in 2010. So we've been going at it for a while. I mean, some breaks here and there, not taking it too serious, for a while. More or less just working day jobs, trying to pay, live, and recently we were like, if we're gonna do it, let's go hard, let's go, and yeah, it's really been paying off.
It definitely has. Now, tell me on the EP, if you had to pick a favorite song, of course, besides Brother, which was released as a single, what would it be and why?
Um, Honestly, I dig "I Am Him" pretty well. I like how aggressive that one is. That one for me, yeah, I think that one's a banger for sure.
Definitely is. Definitely a great track. Um, Definitely excited to see you guys. I know you're doing a lot of touring. One of the
Yep,
tours I see you guys are doing is with Boba Flex, and you'll be out here in my area later this summer. So
yep.
talk to me a little bit about the two tours that you're on, one with Boba Flex, one with Messier, and kind of some of the stops where you're going to be, where people can see you.
Yeah, for right now, out here with Messer, we're going to be doing a lot of Midwest states, and then we are shooting from the Midwest. We're heading down diagonal towards Florida. We got 3-4 dates in Florida, and then we'll be doing a lot of Northeast with Boba Flex. I mean, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, 3-4 dates. We'll be sticking to that area a lot for that run.
Awesome. Well, definitely look forward to seeing you in Lancaster, PA in July. Definitely be out there. So
Awesome.
it'll be an exciting time. And I know you guys have also picked up a lot on like Sirius Octane and some of the terrestrial radio and satellite radio stations as far as like really tracking for Brother. Tell me how that success has been for you guys, kind of how the road has been musically.
You know, with Sirius picking it up and really showing us the love they have, the amount of traction of just people coming in and hearing the song has been crazy good. Just coming in telling us their story about the loss of their brother or sister, and um it's been great, and almost 200,000 views on the music video now in just 2.5 months, and yeah, it's just been crazy, and the amount of love that we've been shown is just, you know it's something you hope for as a band, always doing your thing, but to really see it come to life is pretty awesome and a little overwhelming in the best possible way sometimes, so it's really cool.
It definitely is. So what's next for you guys? What else is coming up the rest of this year?
We got some things in the works that I can't really say on air right now, but we will be making some announcements later on this week and next week too. So just stay tuned because I want to spill the beans on a lot of stuff, but yeah, I get yelled at about that.
Well, we'll definitely be looking forward for those updates. So for our fans listening, where can they find out more about your band? Where can they check you out, get copies of your music?
Yes, the one-stop shop, the easiest place is saulofficial.com. That has all our links to all our social medias. If not, I mean, definitely find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. You can find us, search us, find us on Snapchat. We do the whole works, and we will message you back and make sure that you're heard and that we got your message. So hit us up on anything social media because we love to hear from you. Always Spotify, YouTube. So yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. We'll have to make sure that listeners know where to find you guys and share your links out there on our social media sites as well.
Perfect.
Now, for having been playing music as long as you have, I'm sure you probably picked up some insights along the way, some advice for new musicians that are just starting. What would
Yep.
it be?
Definitely what I've learned in the past few years of playing is don't rush into a release. Is what I would say. Get your ducks in a row first. Make sure that you can come out swinging and stay swinging for a while. You want to be batting 1,000. So, have your music video ready, have your stuff ready to be on Spotify and streaming sites. Have your single ready, and then release your single, then release your record. You don't have to come out just like as soon as it gets done, just release it. Trust me, I know it's hard, but get your ducks in a row first, because if you think it's banging, make sure you got a game plan to get it out there.
And what are maybe some of the things that you think you guys have done that has made for your success?
A lot of hard work, a lot of hard work throughout the years of just grinding and touring and doing 30-day runs here, 2-week runs here, stuff like that, and just making friends. This the music industry is all about making friends, really, and just like I really like the people that listen to our music, and I'll let them know that that I love them and I appreciate them all day. So um, that's one thing I think our fans, our equals, like about us is we do that. But I mean, it's genuine. I honestly, I'd hang out with any of them any day.
That's awesome. I definitely know that fans appreciate, and even, we appreciate even in radio when we get to interact with the bands and the musicians that we love. So that's definitely
Yeah,
a great way to be. And I think that goes really far when you go that extra mile with people.
yeah, yeah.
Now talk to me a little bit about some of your musical influences.
Ooh, okay. I was a little late to the party, but in high school I was a big fan of Pearl Jam. This is like 2008, right around that time, and yeah, huge fan of Pearl Jam, Hybrid Theory, huge fan of Tool. I like to incorporate a little bit of all of that stuff, the juxtapositions that Tool do, a little more radio and cool edge that, Pearl Jam had, like with their 10 album and I mean, Linkin Park's bomb. So, I mean, I always try to incorporate a little bit of that, kind of influence, even though it may not come through a whole lot. But yeah, stuff like that, definitely.
Awesome. How do you think that some of those bands shape the music that you're now making?
Oh man, I think they, huge influences in shaping the music that we make now. I mean, even the new bands I'm listening to. I mean, I'm a huge fan of like 12 Foot Ninja and Architects and Monuments and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm influenced by stuff every day. So, you hear a new riff by John Brown come out, from Monuments, and it's like, boom, man, the world needs more of this, and you know, it's definitely something that you try to, not mimic, but like, yeah, we need to get these kind of tones and this kind of attitude going on. So, yeah, I love it.
Definitely. Now, as far as lyrically, what inspires you?
Everyday conversations. Um, just talking to, Joe or Will or Zach or, my parents or something like that. Just the way they word some things sometimes and in just normal everyday conversations make for great lyrics, if you ask me, in my opinion anyway. And trying to, I lately I've just been trying to be completely honest in my lyrics and just, tell it how it is and the way I saw it. And even the new writing we're doing now, I'm just trying to be myself. I'm not trying to write a song. I'm trying to write a story of what happened.
Right, definitely. And do you think that you kind of leave it a little bit wide open for people to like draw their own conclusions, or how do you kind of go about that?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, um, I guess I can't be completely introspective with it, but a little vague. I mean, just so they can everybody can kind of put their own 2 cents to it, how it works for them, and I think that's the way music plays out the best is, you know, some people think, hey, they wrote this song for me. It fits so well in my life, and that's why, music can be a little vague because everybody can use it for whatever they need.
Most definitely. Now, if there was like a message or anything particular that you would want our listeners to know about Saul or to know about you, what would that be?
Definitely that we are here for our fans. I mean, we call our fans our equals, so we cannot do it without you. You're sharing on social medias, you're listening, you're requesting. I mean, you guys are the rock stars. We're just the guys playing the instruments. You guys are the ones that make it happen, and I mean, we owe you the world. And trust me, I will let you know that I appreciate you that much. So
That's absolutely a great message to share, and definitely one that I think fans need to hear, because a lot of times as you get more successful, sometimes you tend to lose a little bit of that access. I think certain bands tend to lose a little bit of that access to their fans. So that's a great ideology to have.
Yeah, I think so. And I want to carry that throughout my entire musical career, because I mean, I wouldn't be anywhere without, the Equals doing what they do. And we call them the Equals, but sometimes it's like calling in the Hounds, because they will throw down for us, and it's bomb. I love to see it.
Most definitely. Is there anything else that I haven't talked to you about? Anything else that you want to share with us today?
Nope. But for anybody out there listening, if you got the question, we are working on new music as well. I know we just dropped the EP, but we've heard a lot that everybody's wanting more music, so we are working on that right now, and hope to get that out here sooner than later.
Awesome. That sounds good. So will we have a full-length album coming out soon then from you guys?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, if full length, or we'll do a second half to this EP. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. But yeah, there will be at least 5, 6, 7 more songs for sure.
We'll definitely be looking forward to seeing that. We'll be looking forward to checking you guys out on tour this summer, and to the dates that you're doing now currently, for people
Yeah.
who are in those areas. It was definitely a pleasure speaking with you today.
Yeah. Thank you, Kristine. I had a great time.